Imagine stepping into a forest so old that it remembers every human mistake. This is not a place built for you. No signs, no trails, no help coming. The trees are taller than skyscrapers, their roots older than nations. Every sound means something. Every silence is a warning. In historic forests, the ones untouched for centuries, you are not the apex predator. You are prey. These forests once swallowed explorers, soldiers, settlers, and tribes who knew the land better than we ever will. Some were hunted, some were stalked, some were never found. If you are ever lost here, your survival depends on understanding the animals before they understand you. Because in a historic forest, animals don't fear humans. They study them. The first rule of survival: you are already being watched. The moment you enter an ancient forest, something notices you. You just don't notice it back. Predators don't announce themselves. They observe from shadows, from branches, from behind trees older than your bloodline. Mountain lions can track you from miles without snapping a twig. Wolves don't chase immediately. They test. Bears smell you hours before you see them. If the forest suddenly goes quiet, that's not peace. That's preparation. Birds stop calling when a predator is near. Insects pause. Even the wind seems to hold its breath. If silence falls around you unnaturally, stop moving immediately. Running tells the forest one thing only: you are weak. Understanding historic forest predators, they hunt differently. Modern animals near cities have learned fear. Historic forest animals never had to. They don't rush. They don't panic. They don't miss. Big cats, mountain lions, jaguars, tigers. These killers attack from behind, always. If you feel watched but see nothing, never turn your back. Keep your eyes scanning upward. Branches are danger zones. Mountain lions can track you from miles without snapping a twig. Wolves don't chase immediately. They test. Bears smell you hours before you see them. If to survive, maintain eye contact if spotted. Make yourself look larger slowly. Never crouch. Never scream. Never run. Running flips an ancient switch in their brain, and they will chase. Wolves. Wolves don't hunt alone even when you see only one. The first wolf is a test. The second blocks your escape. The third goes for the legs. If wolves circle you, stand your ground. Back towards thick terrain. Use fire if possible. Maintain constant movement without turning away. A wolf attack isn't chaos. It's a system. Bears. The forest's walking disaster. Bears don't see well, but their sense of smell is 7 times stronger than a bloodhound. If a bear stands up, it's not attacking, it's identifying you. Your reaction decides everything. Brown bear, play dead only if attacked. Black bear, never play dead. Grizzly, avoid eye contact, slow retreat. And remember this truth: a bear that charges usually stops. A bear that doesn't make noise is already too close. The most dangerous animals are not predators. People fear teeth and claws. They should fear silence and camouflage. Snakes. Ancient forests are snake kingdoms. Most bites happen because humans don't look where they step. Never step over logs, step on them first. Never place hands where eyes haven't been. A snake doesn't chase, it waits. And venom works faster than fear. Insects. In historic forests, insects kill more humans than predators. Mosquitoes carry death. Ants can strip flesh. Bees defend without mercy. If insects suddenly swarm, cover face immediately. Move into wind or water. Do not flail wildly. Panic feeds chaos. The forest at night, when survival becomes instinct. At night, you are blind. Animals are not. Historic forests belong to nocturnal hunters. Eyes glow, footsteps vanish, fear multiplies. Never travel at night unless absolutely necessary. If forced, walk slowly, listen more than you move, avoid valleys and water edges. Use low light, never bright beams. Light reveals your position. Darkness hides theirs. Fire, your only equalizer. Fire is the oldest survival tool in the forest. Predators respect it. Insects flee from it. Humans control it, barely. A small, controlled fire can mean the difference between life and disappearance. But uncontrolled fire turns you into smoke and scent. Use it wisely. The biggest mistake humans make: they fight the forest. Historic forests reward humility, patience, and awareness. The moment you believe you're in control, the forest corrects you.
The forest speaks, not in words, not in warnings meant for humans, but in patterns, pauses, and repetition. Every historic forest runs on communication older than language. Animals announce danger long before it arrives. The problem is, humans stopped listening. If you learn this language, survival becomes possible. Ignore it, and the forest erases you quietly. The alarm system humans forget. Birds are the forest's early warning network. Different calls mean different threats. Short, sharp chirps signal ground predators. Long, rising calls signal aerial danger. Sudden silence means something large has entered the area. If birds scatter upward all at once, something is running, and it's not running from you. Deer know before you do. Deer are not stupid animals. They survive because they sense danger minutes before it appears. When deer freeze with ears forward, when they stomp once, when they snort sharply into the air, they are identifying a predator. If a deer looks past you instead of at you, you are not the target, yet. When you are being followed, the stalking phase. Most predator attacks don't begin with violence. They begin with observation. A mountain lion may trail you for hours. A bear may follow your scent without being seen. Wolves rotate positions to stay out of sight. You will feel it first. That pressure in the back of your skull, the sense of eyes where there are none. That instinct is ancient. Trust it. Signs of a stalker. Repeated snapped twigs behind you. Footprints that disappear and reappear. Sounds that stop when you turn around. Animals behaving erratically ahead of you. If the forest feels nervous, it's because something powerful is moving through it. The rule of direction: never walk straight for too long. Humans walk in lines, predators don't. Walking straight makes tracking easy. It leaves patterns animals understand. Change direction occasionally. Pause. Listen. Predators rely on momentum. Break it. What animals fear and why? Despite the myths, animals do feel fear, but not the way humans expect. They fear injury, uncertainty, unfamiliar dominance. They do not fear shouting. They fear confidence without panic. Calm, slow movement signals control. Erratic motion signals weakness. The forest rewards steadiness. The tribal survival principle. How ancient humans lived here. Before weapons, before steel, before maps. Humans survived these forests by becoming part of them. They moved during specific hours. They rested where predators wouldn't approach. They read wind direction before stopping. They never slept near game trails. They never camped near water edges. They never ignored animal behavior. They understood something modern humans forget. Survival is cooperation, not dominance. Sleeping without becoming food. Sleep is when humans die in forests. Predators know it. To survive sleep, choose elevated ground. Avoid thick brush. Keep fire scent minimal. Rotate rest if with others. Never sleep under fruiting trees. Never sleep near carcasses. Never sleep where insects gather. Your body produces heat, smell, and sound. Sleep lightly. The deadliest hours, dawn and dusk. Predators are most active during transitions. Light confuses prey. Dark protects hunters. At dawn and dusk, movement increases. Visibility decreases. Attacks peak. If you must move, move decisively. Hesitation creates opportunity. What to do if an attack is imminent? When a predator commits, it commits fully. This is not the moment for fear. This is the moment for presence. Maintain eye contact. Control breathing. Use terrain as protection. Protect neck and face. Most predators disengage if resistance is unexpected. They want easy. Never give them easy. The one mistake that guarantees death. Running blindly. When humans panic, they forget terrain. They forget cliffs. They forget water. They forget traps nature sets effortlessly. The forest does not chase. It waits for mistakes. Why some people are never found. Historic forests don't destroy bodies. They absorb them. Scavengers erase evidence. Weather hides tracks. Vegetation closes wounds in the land. Within days, it's as if the person never existed. That's not mystery. That's efficiency.
There is a moment in every survival story when the forest stops testing and starts deciding. This is the phase most people never escape. Because once the forest chooses you, every mistake becomes permanent. The rarest animals, the ones you never see twice. Some animals don't attack often. They don't need to. When they do, survival rates drop sharply. These creatures exist deep in historic forests, where humans almost never return. Jaguars and tigers, masters of silent death. Unlike other big cats, these predators kill with certainty. They don't rush, they don't miss, they don't chase. They wait for your attention to drift. One leap, one crushing bite through the skull. If you ever sense presence without sound, that is not absence. That is perfection. Your only defense is awareness without panic. Face the direction of danger. Make yourself large. Never kneel, never bend. A lowered body is permission. Wild boars, the underestimated killers. Boars kill more people in forests than large predators. They charge without warning. They don't retreat. They don't stop. A boar's tusks are designed to tear arteries. If a boar charges, move sideways, never backward. Put obstacles between you. Climb if possible. Once a boar commits, it does not disengage. Crocodilians in forest waterways. Historic forests often hide rivers that kill silently. Crocodiles do not splash. They do not warn. They do not chase far. They explode upward. If water suddenly feels still and wrong, get out immediately. Never collect water at dusk. Never step where visibility is low. Never assume water is safe.
In ancient forests, water hunts. Injured and alone, the turning point. Injury changes everything. Blood changes the forest. Predators smell weakness instantly. Even insects respond. Your goal shifts from movement to concealment. Stop bleeding, slow breathing, reduce scent. Pain is not your enemy. Noise is.
How to move without being detected. Movement attracts attention. Stillness confuses predators. When moving, step softly on rocks, not leaves. Avoid snapping branches. Pause more than you walk. Use wind direction to mask scent. Predators track patterns. Break the pattern. When escape is impossible, the survival mindset. This is where people fail, not physically, mentally. Panic burns energy. Fear destroys judgment. Desperation creates noise. Survivors slow down. They accept the situation. They simplify decisions. Eat when safe. Move when necessary. Rest when hidden. The forest punishes impatience. Using terrain as a weapon. Humans are not strong, but terrain is. Use narrow passages to limit attack angles, rocks to protect your back, water to break scent trails, elevation to gain awareness. Never place yourself where you cannot retreat. Every position must have an exit. Why people turn in circles. Lost humans walk in loops, not because of stupidity, because fear disrupts perception. Without landmarks, the brain defaults to dominant side movement. The forest exploits this. To prevent it, choose visible markers, change terrain regularly, stop and reassess often. Moving less is often moving smarter. The psychology of survival. Survival is not bravery, it is discipline. People who survive control breath, control thought, control movement. They do not imagine rescue, they focus on the next hour. Hope is useful, but focus keeps you alive. The final truth about historic forests. These places are not evil, they are indifferent. They do not hate humans, they simply do not need them. Survival happens when you stop demanding safety and start earning it.